I'm going to go over the HiKnight's T3 electric scooter. It's a really good product, and what really impressed me about this is it's sold by Joyful Rider on Amazon. Day after Thanksgiving, I bought 2 of their T7s, their GT7s, and I was so impressed with the service. I had a problem with one of the scooters. They got back with me like that and took care of it. It was really impressive. So when I needed another scooter, I went to the same Joyful Rider brand and I picked up this HiKnight T3. And the cost was $399 plus shipping. It's 1,000 watts, a full kilowatt of power, rear wheel drive, 10-inch wheels, 34 mile per hour maximum velocity and a 40-mile range. So it's that perfect combination between the little small ones, you know, like the 8-inch wheels, 400 watts, and like the bigger ones that I bought, for instance, day after Thanksgiving. That was a 5,600 watt scooter, pretty beefy at about 90 pounds. This comes in a little over 50 pounds, but still very manageable to get in the back of your trunk or even ride it on or carry it on a bus if you're cruising around a city like Portland. It's a good product. So what I'm going to do, I figure, hey, let's go ahead and pop this open with you. I've not actually previewed this, watched a video on it or anything like that, so I don't know what exactly I'm getting. It just had the parameters I wanted. It looks like you can open this up pretty easy. You're going to need to use a razor blade on this guy. Pop that open. I will mention one thing, the packaging's pretty good, but there was a piece that was sticking out. I'll show that to you here. This thing here, it was actually sticking out of this area, probably because of handling by the shipper, but it was popping out a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna pop this open just to make it a little easier so you can see it all as we pull this out. So as you can see, it's pretty well packaged. You got your instruction manual here. A lot of foam, keeping things protected. Always like that. Probably could use a little more foam on top. Like the other one I bought, I purchased the GT7 Onekna. You have a similar carrying case up front. I don't really use it, but it's nice that it's there if you do happen to want that. Just pop this open. It really is an attractive looking scooter. I like it. I'll show you why in a sec. Let's go ahead and go through some of the perks here, what you're getting out of this deal. Here's your charger. It's pretty heavy duty. It has an extra, you know, the power cord that plugs into it. It's a little bit heavier than some of the other ones I've gotten or purchased. So you know there's a lot of copper in this guy. Looks like your toolkit's right here. That's always kind of nice. So I'm just taking this apart. Like I said before, I've not read any instruction manual on this. So it's not hard to figure out. So far, so good. So these are all the parts that you receive with this particular scooter. I actually like the looks of it. I like the color. It has a good design to it so far, so I'm fairly impressed with everything I've received at this point. So I mentioned before that this was sticking out a little bit. I don't see any damage on it at this point. Let's make sure it locks up okay. It seems to lock just fine, so don't really see any problems, but that'd be the only thing with packaging is I'd recommend having this covered a little bit if possible, but I don't think it's a showstopper. And once again, I bet you it's the shipper's issue, not so much the manufacturer. You have a couple sets of keys here. So far, so good. This really looks good. I like it. So you get like a key ring. What's nice about this is there's really not a lot of assembly to do. Some of the other ones you do have more assembly on, so that makes it kind of nice. So far I'm fairly impressed with the quality. There is a good quality associated with it. So I'm a licensed mechanical engineer. That's kind of what I do in my day job. So my perspective is a little bit different than some, I guess. They put a lot of quality and time into designing this. I don't really see any issues at all so far. So this bag that has the Allen wrenches, it also has the 4 screws for the fender. So I'm going to put on the rear fender really quick. Seems pretty straightforward. The other thing I like is you notice how they have the blue Loctite on there already. That's really convenient, so you don't have to worry about them loosening up over time. So I think that's about it. The fender and the handlebars are really the only things you need to do. It's a very easy scooter to figure out. Just turn this on, and then you go over the power button, the bottom button, and you turn that on. Your LED screen pops up. Has really nice power. It's actually pretty cool. There's 4 different modes on this. I'll read the instructions and figure that out for you. But so far, this ride's really smooth. It is a nice scooter. It's not only does it look good, it's easy to operate, and it was easy to install, much easier than other scooters that I've worked with. So the first thing to show you is how to run the light. It's actually fairly simple. You just press this really quick one time. That'll cause your light to come right on. The next thing is your turn signals. So if you press for the left, you can come out and you can see that the turn signals are showing up on the left. When you turn on the signal, you can see on the LED it's flashing on the screen. If you did need to turn it off, just hit it again and it actually turns that light off. It has an auto timer, so it will come off in, I don't know, 15 seconds or so you don't forget that it's on. As you can see, the brake light works great, comes right on. You have 4 different modes here you can work with, and if you just press the M button, you can actually screen through your power functions here. So it comes default from the factory in kilometers per hour and also kilometers here. All you have to do is press the mode button 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and it'll actually switch to miles per hour. If you just hit the power button twice, it'll switch to trip, so you can actually measure your trip as well, which is kind of nice. If you hold down the RGB button, it takes a couple seconds. It beeps, and then you could see down at the bottom, and I think it'd be pretty cool driving at night. Lights up pretty good, so you can see that there's some lights down there. Go ahead and hook up the charger just to go through that, make sure it works as expected. It's not a cheap transformer charger. It's actually pretty nice. This is really a nice improvement over other scooters I've had. This automatically covers it, so it actually saves you a lot of grief. So let me charge this up a little bit, get a full charge, and take you out on the road for a demo. I'm in mode 3 right now. And mode 3, it has really good pickup. So if you're on like sidewalks or asphalt, it's gonna ride really well for you. And if you need to cross a little bit of grass or gravel, I don't know if I'd really want to go a lot of miles on gravel, but it's good enough and robust enough you can do it. These 10-inch wheels can go over a lot of pebbles and rocks and not have any problem at all. So this scooter really is nice. I enjoy this. I mean, it's honestly probably one of the better scooters I've ever bought, just because it's just balanced, you know? And my daughter and I, one of my daughters, we like to throw scooters in the back of the car and take off to, you know, wherever. It might be the skate park, might be whatever, but the point is to have something that's kind of intermediate, that's not really wimpy like the normal cheap scooters, and not something that's crazy extreme heavy. This is just the perfect balance, you know? It really is nice. I like this. It's kind of scooter that you're just ideally suited for on, like, you know, pavement ideally. It's dynamite, but it's still big enough that if you had to like jump a curb or something, you can do it. You don't have to worry about breaking it. I've actually broken multiple ones of these going to like the pump track and stuff, It's really disheartening when you have like a $300 or $400 scooter and you bust it. This is pretty robust. I think it could handle most of everything I do. Let's see how fast this guy could go. I got the full throttle on here. I'm on flat terrain, there's not a lot of wind. So I'm on mode 3, not quite hitting the upper boundary of the spec on this. So in mode 2 I'm going 18 miles an hour. Mode 3 going 25. I just can't seem to get above about 27. And it might be my form factor, just because I'm kind of a fat guy. So 26, 27, 27. Now one thing that may be a feature here in the velocity capping at 25 to 27 miles an hour is the fact that the road, this is just a, it's just basically a tar chip coat, so it's a little bit rougher. It's not a smooth asphalt. So take that into consideration if you're, thinking about the velocity here.